What's going on, everyone? It's Iris. I figured I'd get back to everybody about how my weekend was with my first coaching experience. Gameplay in the background is obviously Black Ops 3 beta. Got thrown into this match. It was a little bit long, but it was pretty close. It was within 3 or 4 tags, but so I could call that pretty much even. You'll see there's some funny fails in here. We'll see if you guys can catch it. Let me know if you guys see them. Let me know what you think of them. I'd love to see in the comments if you guys caught any of them. There's about 3 or 4 of them that just pretty funny fails on my part with kill streaks. So Saturday was my first coaching experience with little kindergartners and first graders. Going into it, I wasn't really sure how to approach it. I was feeling a little bit anxious. But I have to say, overall, the experience was very good. I got down to the field early, trying to find out where I was supposed to pick up the jerseys and which field exactly, because there was like 12 fields. So when I went to go pick up the jerseys, that's kind of funny. They bring out this big box with all the K1 jerseys, and they're going through it, and I see blue, and I see yellow, and I see red, and I see white, and I see black, and of course the last color they find is a lovely color of pink. And not just any old, like a nice pink, it's a very lovely bright shade of pink. So I won't be too hard to find out on the field for all of the parents and kids that were looking for us. Our team is sponsored by a dentist, so we're actually the Tooth Fairies, which I found out that day. So I'm wearing a pink shirt and I'm the coach of the Tooth Fairies. So that was pretty funny. So I get the jerseys, we go to the field. One by one, I end up finding one of the parents ended up asking if he could be the assistant coach, and I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm definitely going to need some help. So I met him early on. He already had a kid down there that was playing on an earlier team in a different league. So we got to chit-chat and got to know each other pretty well. So one by one, parents are coming up, they're calling me, and I get them sort of around. My wife came down with her sister. They were a really big help. I appreciated it. Marking down who's there, who got a jersey, who got a pair of socks, who brought a ball, who needs shin pads, who had cleats, this and that. I really wasn't expecting to have all that, stuff happen, but it did, and we got through it pretty well. The first half of the session was pretty cool because they had some guys that are in some of the upper leagues, some I would say intermediate guys. They were older, 20, they were in their, I'd say mid-20s. They come over and split the kids up, and they start having them do dribbling drills around cones and this and that, and really just kind of getting used to having, the ball on their feet, because some of these kids, pretty much might have been the first time they were kicking a soccer ball around. And some of them you could tell they've either got older siblings that play or these kids play at home, because they were pretty good. So that was the first half, and then the second half they split our teams up into 2. So half of my team as a whole, half went to another field and half stayed with me, and they played another team that was split in half, and we got killed. We got murdered. I don't even know what the final score was. We're not supposed to keep track if it goes over a 5-goal difference, but I think we lost probably around 12-2, and really it was because there's no goalies. So pretty much a kid just, hoofs it and kicks it, and it's just going to go pretty much halfway down the field, and if they get it on target, it was going in. So they had about 3 or 4 of those. But the other team, though, I could tell they had a lot more first graders than we did. So that was a little discouraging for me, because I felt like, I had more kindergartners than first graders, and they were trying, and these first graders were just physically a little bit bigger and a little bit faster and knew what to do. But all in all, it was a success. The kids had a lot of fun. They really didn't care about the scores or anything like that, so they were really enjoying it. At the end, we did the handshakes, teaching that, at the young age, so they get used to that. And it was really fun, especially as not only the coach, but as being the dad, my daughter running around, enjoying herself, just running, kicking the ball. We didn't do throw-ins, so every time a ball went out, we would just throw a new ball in, yell new ball, and you'd see 8 little girls just running towards this ball, and they're kicking each other in the shin, and who's stepping on who with a cleat. And so it was pretty entertaining. It was a lot of fun. So I am glad that in the end, I am glad that my wife suggested that I do coach. However, I am going to take some of your I was reading through the comments, and I am going to take it up and probably sign my wife up for something, get a little bit of revenge. So we'll see how that goes. Video is going to be coming to an end here pretty soon. We do eke out the win by a tag, 75-74, I believe. I didn't do too bad. There really wasn't a lot of, I didn't find myself in a lot of areas with a lot of action, but you know, I did the best I could, and just trying out some new stuff. I think this was early on. I'm using the Man of War, so I think it was pretty early on in where I was and leveling up and everything. So just want to let you guys know I do have a couple of questions that I got to answer for my part 4 in my new series. They asked, so I answered. I'll probably be working on that commentary tomorrow morning and try to get that video out tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a couple of topics that I'm sure you guys have thought about and you'll enjoy. So take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.